Eric, first of all, thank you very much for inviting us here tonight. This is a big evening for Acura. The first time officially we've seen the new P1 car. You said it was coming. You've delivered on your promise.
Well, it's a very happy day for us. We're glad we can finally come out and have our party and talk about the car and show everybody. I mean, we've got the bodywork off here, and we're maybe unconventional in that we're showing it off, but it's what the series needs now is cars in the stars of the stars, and that's what everybody wants to know about.
Actually, that's a very good point, because normally we see a lot of cars that are covered up, even have the back wings covered when we get to race day and things like that. Why have you gone down this road of openness and transparency with the press and indeed with the fans?
I think the current economic situation and what it's done to the racing community, and it's something that we maybe in another day wouldn't have considered doing. But now here we are with something that's worth talking about, and there are a lot of people's lives at stake here in this racing community, and we want to show everybody that we have come out here and that we're going to show there's no point in keeping it to ourselves anymore. We want to encourage our competition to come back when they can afford to, that sort of thing. And we want to give the fans something to talk about.
Well, again, you make a very good point. It was not so very long ago that the top brass from Audi were standing up at the ALMS dinner saying, come and race us in P1. You've made that commitment, but we don't have Audi racing against you for the bulk of the season. Is there the smallest amount of disappointment that you haven't got that competition?
Well, of course there is. I think we'd love to have had a full season of racing against Audi like we did last year with Porsche. That was wonderful for everybody involved, but Audi has their reasons, and Honda had to pull out of Formula One, and we don't want to have to make apologies to everybody of why we had to make the tough decisions that we've made. So we can understand any manufacturer in the bind they're in. Car sales are down, the economy's in the dumps, and you have to cut deep and you have to cut forward as far as you can, and we respect Audi for their decision, but of course we want them to come back as soon as possible.
You do have the opportunity of racing against the two diesel giants back here at Sebring in March. 12 hours, Peugeot, Audi with a new car, you with a new car, all P1 battling together. Now, you think that you've got the sums right here. How much soul searching has there been over the winter?
Oh, well, I'm not as concerned about speed as I am about reliability. With an all-new car and Sebring and its history of beating up on new cars, I think, in fact, last year with Porsche winning overall 4 P2 cars on the lead lap, separated by a minute and a half, that just shows you how strong the P2 class can be. And, of course, the rules have changed. We've added weight and taken away some air on the P2s. But it's all about reliability. That's endurance racing. So if we're in the pits trying to fix gremlins, we lose. If we can stay out on the track, we have a chance.
Now, you have a strange situation with Acura this year, because 2 new P1 cars, but obviously with Lowe's Fernandez Racing, you've still got one of the tried and tested P2 cars, which we know is tremendously competitive. Through the season, these cars might be racing each other. Do you have team orders?
No, not at this time. We'll consider anything as necessary. But I've referred to the P2 program with Fernandez as like an insurance policy. Now, I don't want to undersell the importance of that. Having these concurrent programs is important to us. We are doing our development, or we were doing our development on the P1 program. Now, given the lack of competition post-Sebring, we'll probably tone down our aspiration and show up and race, but not necessarily pour on the coal for development. We'll work on reliability, and we'll keep our wits about us and not try to outspend the competition that doesn't exist there. But when the time comes and we can match up again in P1, we want to do that. But I give the P2 cars, that includes the Mazdas, a strong chance, because they have the reliability of running in past seasons. So never say never. They could bring home the bacon too.